You're listening to 5 Minutes of English with Laura Pickens, a short podcast about the way we actually talk, like for real. To have a friend, be a friend. Hi, my name's Laura. I'm an American living in Russia, and I work as a speech coach, helping Russian speakers speak English better. In this podcast, I talk about some of my favorite lessons I developed while being an English tutor. This podcast is all about the things that Russian speakers need to know about English language that you might not get from your regular textbooks. The common mistakes that Russians make translating from their language into English. Things about English-speaking culture that's different from Russian culture. Some interesting things about phonetics. And today's episode is going to be about the American accent. Today we have a sentence that we're going to use to practice how to make a sentence sound more American. This exercise comes directly from American Accent Training by Ann Cook. This is the primary book that I use when I help my clients with their American accent. So today we're going to look at the sentence, to have a friend, be a friend. And we're going to go through the steps that Anne has laid out for us to make it sound more American. The first step she talks about is intonation. The differences between intonation in Russian and American English is about the same. There are some cases where intonation is different, such as where we put the stress in a question. But today we're going to talk about the intonation of contrast. And it is about the same in Russian as it is in English. So in the sentence, to have a friend, be a friend, we're going to go up on the first part. To have a friend, be a friend. Easy. The next thing we're going to do is look at word groups. Where are we going to put a pause? Russians learn very strict rules about where to put a comma in a sentence. English also has rules when it comes to commas, but there is one guiding rule that we use beyond anything else. A comma is where we put a pause in the sentence. And if there's a comma, we put a pause when we speak it. So the pause will go where there is a comma. To have a friend, pause, be a friend. Great. Next thing we're going to do is liaisons, where words blend together and we need to add some extra sounds to make them blend. Here I want you to look at the words have, and be-a, but not just be-a. We're going to add a y sound to make it blend together, almost like we're applying Russian vowel rules. So not be-a, be-ya, be-ya. The next step, she says, look at the vowel sounds that remain. For example, we have the word to be a friend, but we don't emphasize oo in the to if it's not an important word in the sentence. If it's not an important word, we're going to pronounce it as to have a friend, be a friend. And speaking of to, the next step is the American T. The American accent likes to keep one note going through the whole sentence. We don't like anything that stops the airflow unless it's like a comma. T's and D's will stop the airflow, so the American accent will reduce them to a softer sound. We're going to see this in the D in friend. I am not going really to pronounce that D sound. It's just going to change the way the N is pronounced. To have a friend, be a friend. So now we put all these together and we are left with to have a friend, be a friend. There's a lot of really good exercises in this book that you can listen along, and she breaks them down just like today's exercise in this podcast. I create these podcasts every week. They come out on Friday. I select the topics of what I talk about in my podcasts based on what I know my clients wish they knew. These are the things that come up over and over again in my speaking sessions. And these were the topics when I was just an English tutor that made my students' eyes light up like they got it all of a sudden. Some fresh piece of information that they never heard from any tutor before. With over 60 episodes already, if you are an English learner, this podcast has a lot of really good things for you. And if you like what I do, you can come join me in my Telegram group, Speak Your English. The link for everything is in the description. It's all on my website at laurapickens.ru. And with that, guys, I will see you in next week's episode.